Leonardo da Vinci arrived in France carrying his most famous work, the Mona Lisa, on a donkey's back. This royal chateau at Amboise on the banks of the Loire is where he spent the final chapter of his extraordinary life. The young French king, Francis I, was enthralled by his genius. He called Leonardo his father.
The French king's will was to show he was seeking cultural and intellectual refinement that he had previously discovered in Italy and wanted to transpose to the French court. He wanted to show that the French court was the most elegant in Europe.
500 years after his death, it's hoped the legacy of Leonardo, the maestro of the Renaissance, can help repair relationships between Italy and France, which once again have hit turbulent times.
President Emmanuel Macron and his Italian counterpart Sergio Mattarella hope to soothe the tensions between Rome and Paris over the hardline immigration policy of Italy's populist government and its support for the Yellow Vest protesters in France. The presidents lunched at the mansion which Leonardo was given in Amboise, CLOS, which contains his workshops and studio. It was here one of his apprentices sketched a hasty portrait of his master, now in the unrivaled collection of Leonardo's drawings held by the British Queen. It's to be put on display for the first time at Buckingham Palace.
Leonardo is Italian genius, but also European genius, and nowadays he's becoming a universal genius.
A portrait hangs in the royal chateau of Francis I at the deathbed of Leonardo. It is in fact an example of 16th century fake news. The king was away on royal business when Da Vinci drew his last breath. But his spirit and his genius still haunt this land. David CHATEAU, Al Jazeera, Amboise, France.